Imagine walking into a quiet, abandoned village. At first, everything seems normal. The houses are still standing, the streets are empty, and the wind softly moves through the narrow pathways. But then, something feels wrong. You look closer, and suddenly, your heart starts to race. The people are still there, standing in the streets, near their homes, frozen in place. But they're not moving. They're not breathing, because every single one of them has turned into stone. This is one of the most disturbing and unexplained mysteries ever recorded. A village where life didn't slowly fade away, it stopped instantly. Just one night before this happened, everything was completely normal. Families were sitting together, sharing meals. Children were playing outside, laughing, running through the same streets that now stand silent. There were no warnings, no signs of danger, nothing unusual at all. Until that night. Late in the evening, something appeared in the sky. Witnesses from nearby areas described it as a strange, glowing light. Not like lightning, not like anything they had ever seen before. It didn't make a sound. It didn't move like a storm. It just hovered there, silently watching over the village. Some said it looked like a wave of energy. Others believed it was something far more unnatural. And then, within seconds, everything changed. A bright flash covered the entire area. Not loud, not destructive. Just a sudden, overwhelming burst of light. And then, darkness. Complete silence. The next morning, when people from nearby regions arrived, they expected to see the usual life of the village. Smoke rising from chimneys, people walking around, daily routines continuing as always. But what they found instead was something no one could ever forget. Every single person in that village was still there, exactly where they had been the night before. A man standing mid-step, as if he was about to walk forward. A woman reaching out, her face frozen in fear. A child caught in the middle of running, as if trying to escape something unseen. But none of them were alive. They were stone. Not statues made by artists, but real people turned into solid rock. Their expressions were still visible. Fear, shock, confusion. It was as if time itself had been frozen at the exact moment something terrible happened. There were no signs of struggle, no damage to the buildings, no evidence of fire, war, or natural disaster. Just silence and stone. Scientists and researchers quickly became interested in the case. They collected samples, ran tests, and tried to understand what could possibly cause such a transformation. Some believed it could be a rare chemical reaction, where minerals rapidly replaced organic material. Others suggested the possibility of extreme environmental conditions that are still unknown to science. But every theory had one major problem. Transformations like this should take years, decades, even centuries, not seconds. And yet, everything in this village suggested that it happened instantly. That's when the theories became darker. Some people began to believe that this was not a natural event at all, that whatever happened that night was something beyond human understanding. There were whispers of an unknown energy source, something powerful enough to affect every living being at once. Others went even further, suggesting that this could have been caused by something not from this world, an experiment, a signal, or a warning. What makes this mystery even more unsettling is that similar incidents have been reported in different parts of the world. Cases where objects and even bodies have been preserved in unnatural ways as if time itself had been interrupted. Science has explanations for some of these events, but not all of them, and certainly not something like this. So the question remains, what really happened that night? Was it a rare and unknown scientific phenomenon, or was it something far more mysterious, something we are not meant to understand? Because if something like this could happen once, then it raises a terrifying possibility. It could happen again. And if you were there, in that village, would you have been able to escape? Or would you, too, be standing there today, frozen in stone, forever?